I think we have arrived. City center of Vegas. Oh my goodness. Biggest challenge? Parking. Oh.
You have arrived.
Braga is considered the nation's religious center and one of the oldest cities in Portugal dating back 2,000 years. Founded by Augustus, it was located in one of the main Roman roads in the Iberian Peninsula and became the administrative seat of the empire, and later was given the status of the capital of Roman province of Galicia. Although today, the Romans are gone, but not the historical churches and street, Grand Plaza, and many other Baroque mansions. Given its small size, it's perfect for a day trip, so we won't stay long either. If you're driving, there's plenty of free parking at night throughout the town. Now, the first on the list is definitely near the city center is the beautiful garden. Okay, I'm glad the dog's not barking at me. This garden's name is called Jardim de Santa Barbara, and as you can see, it's actually one of the most beautiful gardens in all of Portugal. It is a public space, so it's open 24 hours. There's water fountains, and behind me is a very iconic medieval castles right there. Yeah, so it's actually really nice, the fact that it's open 24 hours and you can come any time of day or night. This is a small but colorful public garden located in adjacent to the east wing of the 14th century Archbishop Palace. The garden takes advantage of a historic backdrop and also incorporates a medieval arches that remains of an arcade from the palace. Laid out in the 1950s, the garden was designed by Jose Cardoso de Silva in the Romantic style in keeping with the surroundings. Located in the middle of the garden is a statue of Saint Barbara on the fountain, which represents the patron saint of the garden. On the opposite side of the Archbishop's Palace occupy a current home to the administration of the University of Minho. The exterior is a public square containing Baroque water fountains dating back to 1723, known as a Fountain of Castles, one of the oldest standing monuments in the city. The 6 bouts of fountain are in the shape of castle, hence the name. On the fountain's top, a crowned feminine statue with iron armillary spears under a patriarchal cross, which symbolize the city of Braga. Beneath the sprouts are a group of classical putti holding them up. Known as the Santa Maria Cathedral, the Cathedral of Braga is the first Portuguese cathedral in the seat of Archdiocese of Braga. Built in the Gothic style at the end of the 11th century and was consecrated and dedicated to Virgin Mary by Bishop Pedro in a solemn session on August 28, 1089. Honestly, the night walk is just so nice, but the rain is making it just absolutely unbearable, like absolutely unbearable. And for the sake of my equipment, I'm not going to put it at risk. Don't be afraid to be weak.
Make a U-turn.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but once again, I wanted to end my night on a high note. We are driving to the most famous Portuguese Catholic shrines and the most recognizable landmark in the city, the sanctuary of Bom Jesus do Monte. There are multiple direct buses from the old town. It's 5 kilometers and takes approximately 30 minutes. However, if you're driving up at night, I'd be praying for your safe journey. But you must do your part by going slow. Okay everyone, if you're going to actually go up the hill after like 6 o'clock, you better keep your eyes on the road. Be very careful because it's like really sharp turn. I'm not even kidding. And I actually get really nervous. Sharp turn. That being said, back to driving everyone. Alright guys, make sure you have €1. Oh, is this €1? Yeah, I think it's €1. Yes! Gate is open! Mingongandio fish! Yes! Let's drive!
Your destination is on the right.
Oh my goodness! Yes, we made it! We made it! Oh! Now let's see if I can get in. This is actually really spectacular. Too bad it's like it's so dark. Oh, what else? This yeah, it's crazy beautiful up here. My fear has come true. It's closed inside, but driving all the way here, I'm going to enjoy it even if I have to conquer it in darkness. Apparently there's a cave here.
Alright. Oh. Okay, it is. Wow. I bet not many people have seen this at night. This is actually really cool. Look at that. Wow. Maybe everything happens for a reason.
Bom Jesus de Monte was commissioned by Don Rodriguez de Moura Titalis, the Archbishop of Braga in 1723. Though a chapel has stood on the hill since 1373 and dedicated the Holy Cross, it was rebuilt in the 15th and the 16th centuries. From the 14th century onward, high points throughout Europe have increasingly become a place of devotion and pilgrimage for the faithful. The pilgrim were encouraged to make an ascent to the top of the hill on their knees. Though experiencing the Passion of the Christ, the final period of Christ's life from his entry to Jerusalem to his crucifixion, though experiencing the pain of Christ on his way to his death.
Pitch dark, pitch dark. I strongly don't recommend you come here. Actually, I'm not even going to go continue on because it's just not safe. That being said, I'm going to use my light to guide me up.
Since I can't see anything at night, I decided we'd be back. Once again, drive safely down the hill. It's an hour-long drive or an hour and a half by bus back to Porto. If you're hungry and pressed for time, you can always pick up some inexpensive pastries on the way.
If you're really broke and still want to try some seafood in Portugal, this is what you get from the supermarket. You can get tuna buns. Oh, there you go.
Good morning, welcome back. I'm starting the day by praying really hard for the rain to stop. Wish me luck.
Oh, you actually don't need to go all the way up to the church if you don't want to. You can just basically hike up, park a car over there, and there you go. My goodness. You see what I'm seeing? It's hard. Mother Nature, thanks to Mother Nature.
The sanctuary of Bom Jesus' most notable unique design includes a Baroque nature, emphasized by the zigzag form of its stairwells, influenced by many other sites in Portugal. The stairwell leading to the top contains 17 landings adorned with symbolic fountains, allegoric statues, and other Baroque-style decorations along the theme, such as the Station of the Cross, the 5 senses, the virtues, Moses receiving the commandments. The 8 biblical figures are contributed to a condemnation of Jesus. By tradition, the pilgrims climb the stairs. They are encouraged to do so on their knees. They experience a contrast of sense of material world with the virtue of the spirit and feel the sense of passion of the Christ. The effort will be rewarded with enlightenment at the temple of God, the church on the top of the hill. But there's no way I would get on my knees and climb 577 stairs. With this kind of weather, I'm going to drive up and hopefully I will still able to experience that enlightenment on the top. Wish me luck. As you can see, this is unforgiving, the weather. At least we made it up here and show you the interior. The old church was demolished in 1788 and the present one was built following a neoclassical design by Carlos Monte. The construction started with the first stone laid in 1784 and completed in 1834. Its interior is decorated in the beginning of the 19th century with a main altarpiece dedicated to the crucifixion. The image of the crucified Christ was ordered to be sculpted by the Italian Archbishop Di Gaspar di Branca in 1776. In the chapel of relic, the body of Saint Clement, who was a Roman soldier martyred in the 3rd century after Christ. In the upper part there are busts of 58 saints who carry their own relic on their chests. Notable paintings include Jesus walk on water and Save Peter. On the left wall is a chapel of Blessed Sacrament. A tabernacle is covered with gold. This church was elevated to a minor basilica status in 2015 by Pope Francis, and since 2019, the sanctuary of Bom Jesus de Monte in Braga was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.